Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode from Alphacraft. And yeah, I know, starting the episode with time lapse, kind of weird. My recording's glitched out, so all my intro stuff I recorded before this said time lapse, it sounded terrible, and trust me, you do not want to hear that. So we're rolling with it. We started this episode out by working over here in spawn because this was kind of small and didn't really look that great, just looked like some water in the ground. Now it actually looks like a full river, and I'm very happy with how this came out. I added in some bone meal around, get some plants in, then lit up with sea. I was originally just thinking only sea pickles, but then I'm like, wait a minute. Yellow frogite might blend in pretty well, and well, the verdant one is green, so that looks like foliage. And yeah, froglights are probably one of the best lighting blocks in the game now, especially with the yellow one blending in with the sand kind of, and then the green one just looking. I even switched this one out. Green is now my favorite of the froglights because I can hide it inside of bushes, and it yeah, you can tell it's froglight, but it definitely is much better than using an orange pumpkin because that's what we used to do. So yeah, green, the verdant ones are like 100% my favorite now, because of that one little thing that they work so well inside of these things. Like, yeah, jack-lanterns. I mean, this one, we don't have brown froglights yet. I doubt we'll ever get brown froglights, but you know, I mean, the whole trapdoor trick does work pretty well over here. But as far as the water goes, it's like, oh wow. And yeah, I mean, I tried to cover them all up with some coral too, because that really helps hide them a little bit more. But just having that like little pop of color has changed things so much, because it originally looked like land, then I added all the green stuff. I'm like, okay, now it's yellow and green. And then the coral just really makes this thing feel alive, and I love it. So now what I would like to start working on is getting in the, like, sort of how I have up here with, I mean, not anything quite as large, most because this one was trying to lay out the whole area and raise it up, but at least like get the outlines for the wall going, which I've marked off a little bit right here. So I kind of have an idea of where this is going to go. So towers to be, that's in the wall. It's not going to be great to show. But I'm going like 5 wide, right? And from there, not like 2, 1, then I think this will go in 1. Let's have this set up. Yeah, I think that's how this is going to work out. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then that lines up perfectly. And then a little detail I'm going to add in on the edge. So similar to, I don't think I have a great vantage point from here, but yeah, see how I have like these things coming out? I'm going to do the same thing over here. And go, is it, when I'm starting it on? Let's see, so 2. And then, I'm not going to do it with red, I'm doing it with nether bricks. 2. And 2. And then we'll do that again. I think that's how I'm doing this, right? That's 2, 2, and then 1. And the final one will be polished basalt. So, and that's how I'm going to get the towers in. So that's at least the base of it, and that's just going to go up, albeit with some added details, which I think I have one of them right here. So on these spots, I'm going to put in mangrove fences. That'll just give it a little bit more variation as we go up. I might have gotten a bit carried away and did a little bit more work than I was anticipating I would do. So me show you everything. So it's still just the layouts I have for the main tower, but I have the towers. I have laid out the wall. It's gonna be the front, and then I've also laid out, and I've got to fly up really high. We have the trail. It's gonna lay the foundation for the cliff face, basically, on the entire surrounding perimeter of our base. So inside of the main area, I've done a nice little map. So now I can actually see how big our base is going to be, and yeah, that's the area of our base. It's not really cool that we can actually have it all up. It actually fits perfectly on a 3x3, which is so nice. But that is the layout for our base. So I'm gonna need to get a lot more white terracotta, because the amount I have is like, I thought that was a lot. It's nothing compared to the outside perimeter, which is kind of concerning. How much I'm gonna need. All it is also concerning is how much granite brick I need, how much stripped mangrove wood. Which actually, with stripped mangrove wood, I grabbed enough to do the inside, and I grabbed a little bit more. That, oh my gosh, mangrove wood is by far the worst wood to get in bulk. The other thing about mangrove wood is, because the way I'm doing it, I'm the hoe out. I have almost 3 shulker boxes of leaves. Yeah. I guess the nice thing about mangrove, at least, is that unlike other trees where you want to save some leaves for saplings, you don't have to worry about that for mangrove. I guess that's a slight benefit, but still. But how am I going to get all of the resources that I need for my base? Well, I could just go and collect them myself, or I could build a backwards shop. So instead of selling stuff for diamonds, I sell diamonds for stuff. Yeah. That's a great plan. 100% gonna work. And I think I don't want to do anything like super massive, because once I get all the stuff, it's gonna come right back down. I think somewhere like right here would probably work quite well. All right, we have our inverse shop, and basically what's coming in here is I have, some unit signs. Welcome to the inverse shop. I have blocks and I have I need blocks and I have diamonds. So I'm selling you diamonds for the blocks I need. And yeah, everything's basically stocked up. I have the prices on the center block and enough diamonds filled the chest with said block. And yeah, I think this came out pretty nice. Originally, I was like, okay, I want to use the blocks that I need to build the shop for blocks I need. Yeah, not sure how that was a good idea, but hey, that's what we're rolling with. So yeah, we got kind of like a mushroom growing up here and then some sort of fortification around it. I think it looks decent enough. Shows, my main thing I wanted to do was show off, okay, these are the blocks I need. Please help. Please give me blocks I need. So we'll see if that gives us anything. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, I'm going to have to mine a whole lot of that stuff. And crimson wood is a pain to get. And right over here, I also built the bookshop right across from our tool shop. And this is kind of in the way. Not a big fan of, but I mean, it's right here when you walk out, which is nice. So the idea is come in, you're like, okay, I'll get the shovel. Oh, and then you come over here like, oh, I need leggings. Wait a minute. They're missing protection and swift sneak. So you come over here and you're like, oh, all of these are 1 diamond per book. So I can come over here and get protection 4. And eventually Swift Sneak, because I don't have Swift Sneak yet. And then, yeah, Curse of Binding, Curse of Vanishing, in case people want to be funny with those. Thorns. And then, yeah, I have a texture pack that also changes all the books, so I can visually see which one is which. That made making the shop a whole lot easier when it came to these boxes. Yeah, kind of crazy, but I'm very happy with how this one actually came out. I just kind of Googled bookstore, and this is kind of what I came up with, which is nice. Now, I think what I would like to work on is these walls, and just because I want to be able to like visually see how much room I'm going to have to work with on top and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to get all these walls into place. Now, slight issue, I'm kind of running low on white terracotta, so I'm going to start out gathering terracotta and then building up all the walls. It might seem familiar, because it is, because that's what we did last time when I worked on the walls here. But you know what? This one's going to be much better because there's a lot more to get done. So I probably should get started. Yeah, I should get started on this. Woo, and the base is done, at least with the landscapes in, and man, this thing just looks so unreal. Like, every angle. If I come down back here, that just looks so cool. I mean, yeah, I get it. There's no details, but like, it just looks impressive. Like when you come like over here, it's like, wow, what's going on over there? And it'll look even better once I get all of the detailing in on the top. And this tower, oh my god, I'm not gonna do it today because you see, what was just a 3-minute time lapse for you, was about 24 hours of my life. Yeah, it's like 24 hours spread over 3 days. All I did was place blocks and mine blocks. So yeah, next time, this thing, I'm going to tear it down and make it even bigger because, I mean, I just have all this extra space now. It's not going to be used by anything else. So, like, I really need to just expand this. So I'm going to break it all down and rebuild it. We're doing that next time, though. Not today. I've done enough on the space already today. But as for the detailing, I started laying it out a little bit over here. So this is what's going to be here. And then I need to double check to see if there's anything I'm missing, because I think I'm missing something, but I'm not sure what. But the idea is I'm going to have like all the red foliage and candles to provide light. And that's going to spread over the entire thing. Which is, in all honesty, probably going to take about the same amount of time. But this one, I'm not going to time lapse. I'm just going to do this like in the background here and there. Might just... Okay, I'm going to go get a bunch of this stuff and just start placing it around. And eventually, I'll make my way across the entire base. And another victim of my base's progress has been this mesa, because this is the entire range of a beacon. So, if anyone else wants some terracotta, you're going to have to move the beacon. Or I might make a shop with some of the excess I got, because I got a lot of this gray and black and orange and yellow and red, and I'm not using those. Okay, I might use red eventually, but for the other ones, I'm not using them. And I just so happen to have a shop token. So actually, what is it? Is it in here? Yeah. I just happen to have this one, the 7th floor deed. So I might use that. I might use that. Sell some terracotta. You know, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Just sell the rest of it, because I don't need it. And there's probably plenty of people on here that do need it. All right, I have gathered the terracotta I'm gonna be selling. So these are just the main ones I have. So I actually got a lot of extra white. And then I've got light gray, orange, brown, yellow, and red. I have a lot of the ones that are like show up in there. So I'm thinking... do have, let's see, 6 double chests. 1, 2, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That works out perfectly. Then I can just take these and fill it up. I'm not gonna do that all on camera, but like do like white terracotta here. Then actually, is this is only one thick? Yeah, it's only one thick. So as far as how to display all this, actually, I don't like how the windows are like right here. So what I was thinking I might do is put the chest up one, but that's not going to work. Instead, what? It's not like there just isn't a lot of room to work with here. As far as like displaying it, I guess I'm just gonna have to go item frames. It's kind of bland, but that's just what we're gonna have to do. So let's get some of these out. And then what I kind of want to do is in the middle here is build up at least like a pillar. Kind of looks all mesa like. Again, this is thing. Actually, if I go back, I can get some quartz, and then that'll help me cover this up a little bit. Up. This is gonna be the fastest way out, I think. Yeah. If I can actually get out. I said out. Let me out. Thank you. All right, so now I have a little bit of an indent in the ceiling, which will help me to hide the terracotta I'm placing down. So I'm thinking I kind of want to like mimic a mesa, whatever that, the little spider thing, like Bryce Canyon things. I don't know what they're called, but there isn't like a lot of space because they have a lot of like color bands. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this is start out with like black at the bottom or brown at the bottom, and then go to let's see, it'll be orange, yellow, and then I guess white on the. Oh, I can't. So I only have 3 to play with. Do brown, yellow, and then white. I guess is going to have to be what we're doing. Because you just have, there's literally like no room to work within here. Eventually, I might move this out into its own proper shop, but just to get something done relatively quickly. Let's get rid of that. So this is symmetrical. How did I do that? I don't like that. We'll move this one over here. And then 1, 2. There we go. It's still not like a big fan of it though. I think it's just there's no space. So I'm only gonna make this a 1-block pillar. Actually, no, I'll do. I'll do 2 blocks. And then I'll fix this here in a second. Break down all of that. And then boop, 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 boop. And get all these in place. There we go. Fixed. Now I can actually stock it all up. And actually, this is a good spot to put a sign. All right, this little shop is now all stocked up. I'm selling everything 4 stacks for 1 diamond. And yeah, welcome to Mesa Kata, because it's only the ones you'll find in a Mesa biome, because that's the only ones I have. Eventually, I'll probably open up at least 1 for the glazed variants, because I can buy those from villagers. And my villagers are actually selling quite a lot of them. For some reason, I thought it was only the glazed ones, but I guess I can also buy the regular ones here. Although it's not very efficient as far as production goes, but it is something. It is definitely something, and if I want to expand the operation, I can totally just get more villagers. I don't think this building has the room, but look, this bottom floor is full. This one's all gonna be archers. That's all gonna be farmers. And I have the full building over here, which is, I guess it technically has the entire bottom story that I'm going to be using, because I want the top to be clerics, the second one to be just like miscellaneous, just so I can have at least one of all the kinds. And then I guess I have masons on the bottom. But yeah, I completely forgot I can buy the regular ones, these guys as well. So I guess I could actually open up a shop that sells all of them, although it won't be. It'll be more like a stack to a diamond, just because you can only buy 12 at a time, or 6 if you forget your emeralds. But yeah, I mean, I've just been kind of like periodically training with them, like not too much, so that's all I really have. And in all honesty, if I were to open up a shop, I definitely want to focus the non-glazed ones, because these ones I can more easily get more of, and then I can actually get glazed as I need. Either way, it's still an option. I might actually do that eventually. I think that will do it for this episode. One thing I will say, though, before I do the whole outro, the background music in this video, it's been a bit different. One of my good friends, Linus 10, if you've been around since when I was doing Dark Times and all that, yeah, you put the names probably should sound familiar. But anyways, he managed to get a bunch of the Windcraft tracks commissioned to be lo-fi. Is it lo-fi? Is that the right word? But there's gonna be a link to the stream in his video description, or in this video description, and all that fun stuff. Because he has his second computer permanently streaming all of those tracks as a radio station, and it's so nice. If you like lo-fi music, or honestly, I'm not even a big fan of lo-fi, and I'm enjoying it, so highly recommend giving that a try. And yeah, I'm so happy that I managed to find some nice background music finally, because I've been looking around for a long time, like, this is all right, but I want something that's just more like laid back and that it definitely fits the vibe, and I love it. So yeah, definitely do give that a check. But with that, I will see you all next time when we tear this down and rebuild it. Oh.